Hi there, welcome to Gemstone Tarot, new and improved. I'm experimenting with actually using some proper camera equipment. At the moment I'm very glad, I don't think you can, no you can't see what I'm using as a tripod. In front of me, the tripod I'm using to take this particular film is actually a broken music stand. And then in a minute, when I do my super new highly technical bit where you can actually see the cards on the table, I tried various things and I've ended up with a guitar stand, but that wasn't enough, so I went and got my son's electric guitar. So there is a Les Paul guitar which is acting as my further tripod. I'm hoping this brings a bit of rock and roll to the proceedings. So Pisces, this is mid-February and also eclipse. I've got to include the eclipse, Pisces, and because it's in our sign, I'm a Pisces too, so the eclipse is on the 26th of February, solar eclipse, new moon, so powerful, and in our sign. It will depend on when you were born, what day you were born, etc., about where it's actually going to fall, which house it will fall for you in particular. So what I have done, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to attach Barbara Goldsmith's astrology video, because she's brilliant. It's only 10 minutes long and it will just tell you a few things to look out for. And also I'll put in the box below where you can get your free birth chart from. Astro I use, probably not pronouncing that right. So Pisces, 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 Pisces. You are my highest viewing figures, Pisces, and I am deeply, deeply grateful. I'm so excited to have thousands of people viewing for me, totally amazing. So thank you, Pisces, and that's one of the reasons you're first. And the other reason is it's your solar return starting today, really, isn't it? Because we're on the 19th. So some of us have got February birthdays, like me. Happy birthday. Particularly potent first decanate Pisceans. No hope for any of us, really, in terms of ever getting organised. And also, thank you everyone. My subscribers are going up. The channel's growing really well. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Oh, that's a bit Sean Connery. Subscribing. For liking, subscribing, and also booking private readings with me, which have been going really, really well. If you want a private reading, you can email me. Remember my email, gemma@gemstonetarot.com. Woo! The cards are getting a bit jumpy. All the information is in the box below. Private readings at the moment are $20 for half an hour, and it's 9 cards plus oracle cards. You can ask anything you want, and sometimes you get stuff you don't want, and sometimes you get stuff you do, but it's always interesting. I've had loads of fun with them. I've got loads of testimonials as well, which I'm going to put on my website, so check that out, gemstonetarot.com. Okay, these cards are ready. So this is the scary bit where I attempt to put 2 videos together. See you back in a minute, Pisces. Hi Pisces. Right, I've laid out your cards here on the table. The miracle of modern technology means you can actually see them, which I'm thrilled about, okay? Right, I've done my usual 9 card spread. This is for now. These energies will resonate whenever you catch this video. That's how it goes, okay? So you'll know what you need to know when you need to know it. But at the moment we're on the 19th of February. It's like a mid-February reading for the next couple of weeks. But it's also going into the eclipse. Now, Pisces, first card I'm looking at here, 4 of Cups, okay? In the middle we have the 4 of Cups. This card it's kind of like, it's what I call the sulky teenager card. I'm going to hold that up there. So this guy, if you can see, he's got his arms folded. He's kind of sulking. He's got his legs crossed. There's 3 cups in front of him, and he's kind of like, yeah, I don't want it. It's that kind of thing, you know, when you've got like a teenage boy and you go, why don't you do this? And they go, I don't want to. And then you say, why don't you do, I don't want to. And then there's this amazing cup here. There's an offer coming in, celestials from the clouds. But he's got to that stage where he can't even notice it, okay? Now, we've been talking, Pisces, I know in the last couple of readings that we've done, we've had the miracles card coming in. I've been extremely excited. For me, yes, there have been miracles manifesting. Things have been going pretty well in lots of areas, but it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be, and I feel that's what this card is saying. Particularly when I do a 9-card reading like this, when the card is in the middle, it very much signifies the state of the person for me. This is like the hub, okay? There is plenty going on. There is in particular one pretty good offer. Now, it could be for some of us this is work. I have a feeling for some of us this is a love offer, but we can't see the wood for the trees. It's just we've got ourselves into a state where we're not expecting anything good, okay? That's the 4 of Cups energy. I mean, Cups as well is an emotional card. So for lots of us that will be a love offer, okay? And again, we've got the 6 of Swords here in the reverse. Now the 6 of Swords, when it's the right way up, you can see that. This is a guy ferrying a woman and a child across a river, going from stormy seas into calmer waters. When this card is in the reverse, we feel like we are stuck in a rut, we're stuck in a situation, we can't get out of it, okay? We feel, particularly here as well, if you look, we've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's that kind of, you know, we've not got enough money, there's not enough, it doesn't feel like we're building enough security, nothing seems to be quite falling into place like it could do, okay? Now, apart from that, we do also have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So for some of us, it could be we have Ace of Wands for me. See, again, this is the cloud. Remember this one here, the cup from the cloud. This is the wand from the cloud. This is divine. This is celestial. This is an offering to us. And it's creative because it's wand energy. And actually, Pisces, we have quite a few wand cards this month. This is wand energy. It's a new idea. It's a creative venture. But again, I feel that this card is being frozen out by fear, by apathy. Apathy is the word that's really coming to mind for us, okay? Again, it's like this boy with his legs and his arms crossed, he can't see it. With the Ace of Wands, we feel it may not quite yet be the right time for whatever this is to take off, but the energy for it is very, very powerful. Now, a couple of cards here which are explaining to me why things are a little bit off. It's the best way I can put it when you can damn well see the Death card right there, can't you? And the Tower. Start with the Tower, okay? Why not? The Tower. I think we had the Tower last time, didn't we, Pisces? Now, you can see with the Tower card, this is some kind of revelation, some kind of epiphany. It's got people falling out of the tower. It's been struck by lightning, okay? Now this card, which you also see a bit in the 7 of Cups, this is a monument or a belief system, a relationship, a job, something like that, which it is being taken away. By fair means or foul, this is being taken away. But nevertheless, when the Tower is there, it's a case of we knew it, okay? There are signs. It's been, for a while, you've been thinking to yourself, these are red flags, you know, and for whatever reason, we've been ignoring them. If you can see this card here, I've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse as well. This is the person who is defended, self-defense. Now I think we've been defensive. These red flags have been sort of popping up right, left and centre, maybe for as long as a year. I think in some cases 18 months, okay? These red flags have been popping up in relationships and jobs and compromises. It's where you're making compromise after compromise. You're buying into fantasy after fantasy, and you kind of know you are, but you don't have the energy. It's this apathy, it's being stuck, feeling like there's no escape. You build this tower of just fabric of lies and self-deception and other people's deception, and then suddenly something will happen. Now it could be for some of us in particular that this will be happening at the eclipse time. Eclipses, when they come along, they throw light on things that have been hanging on by a thread for so long. If you're in a toxic, excuse my French, bullshit relationship, it won't survive 2 eclipses. We had one on the 10th of February. We're having another one on the 26th in our sign. Anything false will go by the wayside, and thank God for that, okay? So with the tower, we have it in the reverse. This tells me that we've been resisting it, okay? This tower's been trying to happen probably since 2 weeks ago in the last eclipse. Well, this time, folks, there ain't no resisting it, because look, we have death. We have the death card, number 13, major arcana, transformation from the outside in, the inside out, from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom and all around, okay? This card will just kick ass, and it needs to be kicked. It really needs to be kicked into touch. This needs to happen. These eclipses are going to clear for us, and we're going to be so the better for it. For a start, this 7 of Wands is in the reverse. This is arguments, fighting, strife, battles at work, battles in relationship, futile battles that we're never going to win, and actually we don't even want the prize. So we can welcome the tower, okay, but I would say that for some of us, definitely, there is a fairly rough ride coming the weekend of the eclipse. Get ready, but it's a good thing, it's a cleansing thing. And for any of us, any of you out there that know already you're in a toxic relationship, if you feel it's time to let it go, sometimes you can get in there first before the tower collapses. Obviously only, you know, this will resonate for some, not for others, but for those it resonates with, if you know that's you and you know you need to have that conversation, maybe have it sooner rather than later if that's what you feel you need, okay? Now for some of us, we've got the Queen of Wands here. Now sometimes I would say that represents other people, but I don't think so. I know that we're traditionally the Queen of Cups, but I think actually with all this wand energy that's going on, and the tower and death and all of the transformational things, and the fact that this eclipse is in our sign, and it's our solar return, we're going to be on fire afterwards. We're going to be going into March with this kind of energy. And also, do you see that black cat with a little bit of manifestation magic at our fingertips? And thank God for that, and why not? Now I'm just going to have a look. These are my Animal Wisdom Tarot cards here. They're Dawn Brunk. I'll just show you. I'm still learning how to use my camera. That's the cover there, Dawn Brunk. And they're really beautiful illustrations. I'm just going to have a little look with clarifiers. Just if there's anything we need to know. Anything further we can know about the Death card and the Tower, because let's face it, if we're going to clarify anything, let's clarify that. And I would take this really to be leading up to the eclipse, but particularly that weekend. Oh, that one. And that one. I may draw another one of those. Let's have a look what we've got. Whoa. Okay. Jesus, Pisces. We get the death card. Can you see that? Omen of death. In the reverse. Some of us are resisting, okay? Some of us are resisting and we should not be resisting. And we get Llama, Seeker of Fossils. Now fossils in this particular set are pentacles. So I'm just going to have a look in Dawn's book here. Yeah, it's nice actually. I'm just going to read a bit of this. While moth's appearance may indicate physical death, it can also signal the conclusion of a job, relationship, or phase of life. Is it time to let go? How we feel about endings influences our experience. Do you feel loss, or are you excited to move on? Moth suggests coming to terms with death so we can welcome a new beginning. Thoroughly experienced in metamorphosis, Moth reveals how to ease through change, celebrate transition, and awaken to a larger experience. Card 13 opens the gate to the great unknown. Symbolising transformation and the inevitability of change, Moth assures us that death is not a stopping point but a beginning. The liberating angel, Moth nurtures our journey to rebirth and encourages us to trust the process. Release the old, embrace the new. Now for us Pisces, in this reading, don't get worried, this does not signify physical death, okay? This is a transformational experience for us. These eclipses are going to leave us completely different. Any kind of falsehood that we were clinging on to, any kind of false relationships we were clinging on to, people that totally weren't worth it in our lives, any toxic energy, or even our own, because obviously, you know, when you're involved in toxic relationships, we play a part in those relationships just as much as anybody else. So we're no longer willing to take part in that co-toxicity, okay? When we're ending the relationship, or they're ending the relationship, or whatever the eclipse does to clear out the relationship, we become better people as well, because our contribution in staying in that relationship is not a healthy one. Now Llama, Seeker of Fossils, this is the slow and patient animal. The fossil is to do with things like money, practical things, domestic things, getting where we need to be, okay? We need to be patient and we need to be a bit more ploddy like the llama. I know that with all this wand energy, especially all in reverse at the moment, there are things brewing, you know, you can feel there are things that you want, there's stuff that you want to get, there's places you want to be, there's a new energy coming, particularly with, you know, we've got the equinox coming up, we've got spring, we've got our solar return, we've, you know, all these desires make us feel, again, with this Four of Cups, frustrated, I think, and thwarted with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Things aren't going to transform as quickly as we would like. I think it's taken a long time for us to get into the situation that we're in. And I think it's going to take a little while for us to unpick it. But slow and steady progress, like the llama, Seeker of Fossils. Okay, I mean, those things hardly even need to wee. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we need to be, like the camel in the desert. Slow and steady progress towards our goal. Some of us won't even know what our goal is. That doesn't even matter. We're clearing the way so that we actually, for once, can dream the dream. This eclipse is about turning dreams into reality. And it is possible during this time to actually manifest, to manifest your dreams into reality. I mean, Pisceans are the kings and queens of manifesting dreams into reality anyway. If you can find some rituals for the new moon, and there's loads, there's some stuff on Wikipedia that I saw actually this morning. If I get time, I'll put them underneath. If you can get some rituals going before this eclipse, you could find this is a very, very potent time. Because also it's like, if you see this death card here, the moth and the death card, if you see this as utterly clearing the ground, I mean it's digging out all the old crap. So anything we plant there is going to be on very fertile soil. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we've got signs. These are Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. Signs. And Archangel Michael. So if you are doing any manifestation work for the new moon, you may want to ask Archangel Michael. I'm going to do that one first because that one goes better, because then you can look out for the signs. I'm just reading from Doreen Virtue's little book. Through this card, Archangel Michael is making his presence known. He's the symbol of true courage, stemming from knowing that God's love is the only power that is. Michael's letting you know that as you make changes in your life and you encounter challenges, you are safe and secure. So that's about the death card, transformation. God and the angels help you stay true to yourself during these trying times. Have heart-to-heart discussions with Michael often. Pour out all of your concerns to him. Don't worry about overburdening him. Michael, like all of the archangels, is able to be with everyone simultaneously who needs him. He has no limitation of time or space and can help you and everyone else concurrently. So if you have things you wish to release towards this eclipse time, release them to Archangel Michael, whether you're into angels or not. Some people are, some people aren't, but it helps to have something to focus on. Release, you can write them down and put them under your pillow. You can put things into bowls of water. You can go to the sea and whatever is biodegradable, you know, like a pebble or anything like that, you can throw it into the sea. There's all sorts of things if you look up on the internet, simple rituals. I mean, some of them particularly complicated and you have to like smudge rooms for hours on end. Don't really, I mean, who's got the time? You don't need to do that. It's not about that. It's about believing it. It's about finding that place within yourself where you can even dare to name what it is that you want, what it is you really want, what it is you really, really dream about. Not what you think you ought to have, and not what you think your parents thought you ought to have, or, you know, the level of how good you are, but what you actually, if you could make a movie of your life and you could have it exactly the way you wanted it, how you would do it, you know, right down to the whole thing about what kind of house you would have and what it would look like, what kind of man or woman you'd have in your life, and how that relation, do everything. Do yourself a little 2-minute film in your head, offer it up to Archangel Michael, and then look out for signs. Now Pisces, more than most, know that signs can come in very strange ways. So we're talking songs that come on the radio, we're talking people that turn up out of nowhere, people you speak to at the checkout, things dropping down past your window, books falling off the shelf, anything, you'll know because you'll get that feeling. You'll get that kind of tingly, weird feeling that you get when you know you've communed with the divine. And as Pisceans, you'll be very aware of that, because I think Pisces spends more time communing with the divine than they do with real life. That's just the way we are, folks. So this is the advice, okay, going into the end of February, going into the eclipse. This is the end of a long road for Pisces. It's the end of some putting up with some real crap that we really shouldn't have put up with, but for one reason or another we've accumulated it. This is the breakthrough. Look forward to it. And hopefully I can edit this video properly and you'll even see it. But don't forget, folks, to like, share and subscribe if this has resonated, and also leave me a comment. I love reading the comments. And if you want a private reading, the information's below. Okay, see you next time. Bye.